Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Western Association for College Admission Counseling College Fair. We're so excited to have you participating in this event. We have some fantastic schools here with us today. Each will have 6 minutes to share more about their institution, but we'll be around for the entire session to answer questions. My name is Sarah, and I will be your facilitator. Before we get started, a few housekeeping items for you. Your camera and microphone are off, so the panelists cannot see or hear you. You can use, and we encourage you to use, the Q&A button on your screen to type your questions to our presenters at any time. If you would like to avail of closed captioning, please go ahead and click the button that says show captions on your screen. This is just one of many different sessions happening, so be sure to check the schedule on the website. And this presentation is being recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/WACAC. That's WACAC. I'd now like to turn it over to our first presenter from Denison University.
Hi, everyone. My name is Caitlin, and I am from Denison, which is a small private liberal arts college in Granville, Ohio. I'm really excited to be here this evening. So I'm going to jump right in. So Denison is as I said, small private residential liberal arts college. We have about 2,300 students, which is a great size because not too big, but not too small. You'll recognize everyone, but a little bit of a chance to be anonymous, perhaps. Some of you might enjoy that. We are in a very small, more of maybe a New England feeling town, but about 40 minutes outside of Columbus, Ohio, which is a really fantastic city. The Ohio State is there, which just means there are a lot of young people. There are arts, there are sports, and our students definitely use Columbus, as a place where they can go and recreate. As you can see here, we're really a national and international institution. So there are going to be students from all over the United States and really all over the world. We have a small faculty to student ratio, and your classroom experience is really going to be one where you know your professor, they know your name, and you're not going to be a number. So it's a very personalized experience. We have over 56 different academic programs. Happy to answer any questions about them. I would say that most of them are quite traditional in terms of the liberal arts offerings, but we have some more pre-professional and pragmatic programs like PPE, health, exercise, and sports studies, data analytics, journalism, global commerce. So a lot of opportunities to get involved and more pre-professional academic departments. In terms of life on campus, as I said, our students, 100% of our students live on campus all 4 years, which is a really big part of who we are. This is a school where students are highly involved from the beginning of their time at Denison to the end. About a third participate in athletics. We're Division III in athletics. We have 25 varsity sports, and we're really quite good. So if you are a student athlete who maybe isn't good enough to play at D1 or doesn't want to be a full-time athlete, this could be a really interesting place because there's quite a bit of spirit. As you can see on this slide, about a third of our student body also participates in music ensembles. And so there's a great balance of arts and athletics on this campus in a way that I think can be kind of difficult to find at other smaller schools. This is a highly relational college. So just like I said, your classroom experience, you're going to be getting to know professors. Your advisor is going to be a really important person from the very beginning. And also, as you can see on this slide, this is a relational college student to student also. So again, just a place that if you really want a really traditional kind of 4-year residential experience, this might be an interesting place for you. One thing that really sets Denison apart is the career readiness programming. So both in and out of the classroom, you're going to be prepared for your career from day one. So everything from our Knowlton Center for Career Exploration that offers funding for internships, helping find internships, a lot of interview prep. There's also pre-career advising in things like pre-health, pre-law, pre-engineering. That's going to be kind of our one-stop shop for career readiness here at Denison. There are 16 career coaches for a student body of 2,300, so quite a few people to help you out. Our EDGE program is a skill lab in downtown Columbus where you can supplement your liberal arts education with things like certifications in social media management or Excel to really get to know how to use that really well. So that's another kind of pre-professional and career readiness opportunity that we offer all of our students. The LISCA Center is for fellowships, which you can learn more about. I don't have that much time to talk about them. And then the Red Frame Lab is an entrepreneurship lab. So there are opportunities for consulting, for creating your own business and presenting them kind of like Shark Tank style. So especially if you want to go into business, we don't have a business program, but you can get a lot of business experience from that Red Frame Lab. Overall, I think this is just a great place to spend 4 years, small town, but access to a big city, a place where you're going to get to know friends for life. And if you have any questions, I am happy to answer them. Thank you so much. And I will pass it on to, I believe, the University of Alabama.
Thank you so much, Caitlin. Next up, we have Kevin from University of Alabama.
How's it going, everyone? Good evening. My name is Kevin Payton. I am the regional recruiter for the University of Alabama. I am based in Simi Valley, California, a little bit north of Los Angeles, and I cover half of Southern California, so the greater LA area through the Central Coast. But some things you should know about UA: we're a pretty big school. We have 38,000 students, 32,000 of which are undergraduate. We are a public school. I'll talk about cost of attendance here in a second. We do have lots of school spirit. A lot of people are familiar with our football program. We're one of the leaders in terms of national championships won. We've won 18 national championships in terms of football. Our men's basketball is actually number 2 in the country right now as well. But we're also one of the leaders in terms of national merit scholar enrollment. So we get athletes and we get mathletes at the University of Alabama. We've been ranked among the top 60 public universities, according to U.S. News and World Report, for more than the last decade. There are tons of ways to get involved on campus. We have the largest Greek community in the country, with about 31% of our students being involved in either fraternity or sorority life. And we do offer some pretty generous out-of-state scholarship opportunities. We're located in Tuscaloosa, Alabama, which is about an hour southwest of Birmingham. I would highly encourage a campus visit. If you're thinking about visiting us in Tuscaloosa, you can reach out to me. I believe I'll have my contact information in the end, and I'll put it in the chat. But I can schedule what's called an in-depth visit for you. So you can meet with your specific college of interest on campus. You can have lunch with a current student. You can tour a fraternity or sorority house if you're interested in that. And I can also send you a list of places to stay, eat, and explore so you can get a feel for the community for the University of Alabama. So just let me know. Highly encourage a visit to really your top 2 or 3 schools if you can make that work for you. As I mentioned, we have produced 1,000, or we have received 1,000 National Merit Scholars that have attended our university. We've produced 59 Goldwater Scholars. We do have 200 different academic programs to choose from, 70 different majors. You can also create your own major at the University of Alabama. So really the options are endless as far as what you can study. But we do have an honors college, which is a secondary application you can apply for if you've initially been admitted to the university. And we are a tier 1 research university in case you kind of want to do any kind of undergraduate research. There are tons of opportunities for that as well. And we have 300 different study abroad programs in addition to all of that. We are one of the leaders nationally in terms of internship placement as well. So a lot of our students graduate with some type of work experience. We have a 91% success rate for recent graduates. So a lot of our students are getting jobs or getting into graduate school. You can see some of our top employers here on the screen. My sister actually worked for this company right here, KPMG. She lives a little bit outside of Phoenix. She makes a lot of money, so she's pretty happy. And as I mentioned, we get quite a few students from California. California is also a place where a lot of our students return post-graduation. So there's a lot of alumni active here on the West Coast. Tons of ways to get involved on campus. As I mentioned, very large Greek system, the largest in the country. Fun fact about Greek life, they actually have a higher GPA than our average student body. So they do a good job of holding each other academically accountable and maintaining a high level of academic success. Also, as you can see, very heavily involved in the community with 1 million hours of community service. If that's not your thing, 600 different clubs and organizations, or even if it is your thing, academic, social, political, religious, identity-based, you can find people with similar interests, no matter what your interests are. So tons of ways to meet people and connect on campus. Tons of places to eat as well. We do require freshmen to live on campus. We have 3 dining halls, 12 restaurants, 3 food courts, 8 convenience stores. So it's a very convenient place to be. As I mentioned, we do require freshmen to live on campus. We have 34 different housing options to choose from at the University of Alabama. Again, highly encourage a campus visit if at all possible. Again, reach out to me if that's something you're considering. As I mentioned, cost of attendance, very important to consider. We're a public out-of-state school. Tuition's around $31,000. Total cost is about $46,000 before scholarship or financial aid. We are very generous in terms of the aid that we award students. As you can see, we awarded over $300 million recently. Application process: if you're a senior, we have rolling admissions, so you can still apply. If you're a junior, Our application will open up to you in the summertime. You can apply either through our website, which is admissions.ua.edu, or you can apply through the common application. We're test optional this year. We're going to be test optional again next year. So just let us know if you want your test score to be considered on your admissions application. We do offer, as I mentioned, generous scholarships. A couple different ways students can be considered for scholarships, one of which would be through competitive awards, which looks at your admissions application. Our scholarship office looks at your admissions application for scholarship consideration if you apply prior to January 15th of your senior year. So if you're a senior this year and haven't applied yet, I'm sorry, that deadline has passed, but we do still offer automatic merit through May 1. So if you have a high enough GPA and a high enough test score, you can qualify for automatic scholarship at the University of Alabama. You can see that information right here on the screen. So we start awarding at a 3.0 GPA, and you can see the test score requirements right here. Find your GPA, find your test score, and you can see how much you can be awarded at the University of Alabama, and these are renewable as well. I believe that's pretty much everything I wanted to get through. My contact information is right here. I'll go ahead and put that in the chat as well. But I appreciate your time this evening. I'll go ahead and turn it over to Joe with Lawrence University. Thank you so much. And again, roll tide.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have Lawrence University.
Hey, everyone. Great to have you here today. My name is Joe Johnson. I'm an Associate Director of Admissions here at Lawrence University. I use he, him pronouns. Lawrence is a small college and a conservatory of music located in the town of Appleton, Wisconsin, in northeast Wisconsin. Appleton's a city of about 75,000, metro population 250,000. So that means Appleton's going to have a small town feel, but with the big city amenities you may be looking for from a larger institution. Broadway touring productions, museums, an airport, bus system, great food and coffee in downtown Appleton, right along College Avenue, pictured here. So there's plenty to do. Often a lot of students are nervous about the small college environment because it often comes with a small town. So this really kind of goes against the grain, if you will. So what's special about Lawrence? We're unique in that we are both a nationally ranked College of Liberal Arts and Sciences and a highly selective conservatory of music. Between the two, we offer over 65 areas of study, ranging from physics to music composition to business and everything in between. We also offer the unique option of doing a 5-year double degree program for students who want to study music and something else. You'll get a music degree and a college degree in 5 years. Only program of its kind from an entirely undergraduate college and conservatory. Lawrence students are challenged and nurtured through very individualized experiences, thanks in part to our 8-to-1 student to faculty ratio. It's one of the smallest in the nation, even among small liberal arts colleges. And I have an even smaller stat for you. 63% of all the courses we offer in a given academic year are one student and one professor. Yeah, one student and one professor, designing your own class, doing one-on-one research with a professor, taking advantage of free music lessons with our conservatory faculty, even if you're not a music major. So the kinds of students that we draw here to Lawrence, as you can imagine, are typically highly creative, highly curious, highly engaged, they're passionate, they're interested and engaged in social justice, in finding ways to make the world a better place, to leave it in better shape than they found it. And that's also a trend that we see in our faculty as well. Just like our students, our faculty are passionate and engaged in scholarship and research, but they're also here to be mentors for you. They may invite you in your class for a chemistry department chili cook-off competition, or invite you to co-present with them at an upcoming conference. Now, the academic curriculum here at Lawrence is bookended by 2 quintessential scholarly experiences, the first-year studies program and the senior experience program. First-year studies is our expansive introduction to what it means to be studying the liberal arts. We have an introduction to our academic integrity model, the honor code here at Lawrence, and a shared syllabus of works ranging from Alison Bechdel's Fun Home, a family tragicomic, to Plato's The Republic, the Bhagavad Gita, and Miles Davis's Kind of Blue. Through this program, students are taught to think, read, and write critically, to analyze and synthesize, debate, and communicate across a wide variety of disciplines and fields. And the senior experience is more of a culmination of your education here, the growth that you've experienced, the development that you've had in your academics and in your social lives. It could be an independent or collaborative research project, exhibition, scholarly paper, senior recital, whatever it is. The point is that you're sharing your growth, your learning, your light with the world around you. The Lawrence academic journey doesn't just prepare you for one career or job, but rather it helps you become a much more mindful and global citizen, someone who is eager to make that difference in the world that I was talking about. So it's no coincidence that 97% of our graduates find their next step within 6 months of graduating. We're also a fully residential campus, 100% of our students living on campus all 4 years. We have over 150 different clubs and organizations, 14 world-class music ensembles ranging from traditional orchestras to a mariachi ensemble. And we have the world's longest running student-run trivia contest. This year was the 59th annual Great Midwest Trivia Contest. So whatever it is you're interested in, from athletics to music and everything in between, there's something for you here on campus. We also actually have 3 campuses. Our first one is in Appleton. Our second one is in Door County, Wisconsin. Pictured here, Bjorklanden on the shores of Lake Michigan is basically a student retreat center donated by alumni and friends of the institution. You get to travel there for free as a student. And our third campus is the London Center in downtown Bloomsbury in London. Over 40% of our students will study abroad, and the London Center is our most popular of those programs. Because we're on a trimester system, it's very easy to fit in studying abroad, whether you're a STEM major, an athlete, a musician, or perhaps all 3. So what's the next step? If you are a junior or younger, definitely consider scheduling a visit to Lawrence, pick up your free t-shirt. And if you're a senior or still thinking about applying, we are accepting late applications. You can add us right on the Common App or on our website. We have generous financial aid. We meet the full need of over 90% of our students' demonstrated financial need, and scholarships that we offer automatically based on your admission can go from $15,000 to $32,000 a year. Don't forget about me, your trusty admissions counselor based right here on the West Coast in Portland, Oregon. I'm a Lawrence alumnus, theater and psychology double major. I'm here to guide you through your college search. Feel free to stay in touch, and good luck with the college search process. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Lawrence University. Next up, we have Missouri S&T.
Hi, everyone. My name is Kelly Sharp. I am, oh, my screen is a little bobbled right here. 1 second. Okay, it's kind of messed.
If you just hit the slideshow button, you're all set. It's
where is it? I'm
right there on the bottom right.
Okay.
The little presenter. Nope, the next one.
No, it's not showing it. Oh, there it goes.
Well.
Sorry.
Yep, there you go.
The board, I had all the talkers right in front of it. Hi. Okay. So my name is Kelly Sharp. I am the Assistant Director of Regional Recruitment. Missouri S&T is a mid-sized university located in Rolla, Missouri. It's about an hour and a half from St. Louis. So straight on I-44. So not a bad drive. We are known for our academics. We are one of the best engineering schools in the country. That's what our main focus is. But a majority of our students fall in some form of STEM. We are also known for our career placement. We're one of the best places for career opportunities, as well as research opportunities and return on investment. We have multiple different colleges at S&T. So we have our College of Art, Science, and Education. This houses our chemistry, biology, as well as our teacher certification and our pre-professional programs like pre-med, pre-pharmacy. This college also has an opportunity for undergraduate research as soon as you're on campus as a freshman. But like I said, what we're most known for is our engineering. So we house 15 different kinds of engineering, as well as our computer science and geology and geophysics within our College of Engineering and Computing. So we have everything from aerospace engineering to mining and nuclear. And one of the unique things that we have is our global engineering program. So this is a dual degree in 5 years, an engineering field of your choice combined with French or Spanish. Your 4th year, you will spend abroad doing a study abroad and an engineering internship abroad. So it's a fantastic opportunity. Then we have our newest college, our Cummer College. This is focused on innovation, entrepreneurship, and economic development. We did get a $300 million donation from one of our alumni that has created this college, and we are building a new innovation lab that is going to house our makerspace and state-of-the-art technology for our students. One of the best things about S&T as well is the fact that we are extremely hands-on. We have some of the coolest labs in the country, like our experimental mine where they deal with explosives. We even have a firework building class. We have a nuclear reactor. We have a foundry where they'll deal with metals. We have a glass blowing shop. So we get our students in the lab starting their freshman year. And it's one of the reasons our students are so heavily recruited and have really great career outcomes. Now, outside of the academics, what is there to do at S&T? We do have a ton of different organizations that you can be a part of, specifically athletics. We are Division II and compete in the NCAA. Actually, one of our alumni will be playing in the Super Bowl for the Kansas City Chiefs, so we're very excited about that. And we have music, theater, but one of the most common things that our students take part of is our design teams. So we have 19 different design teams for our students, from our Formula One to a rocket design team, Engineers Without Borders, and our world champion Mars rover team. Our students will build these from the ground up and take them and compete and go all over. So it's a really fun opportunity for students. You can be a part of them as soon as you're on campus as a freshman, regardless of your major, regardless of your experience level. If you just want to be on the race car design team because you like race cars, you can. We have a design center where our students will build all of these things, and it is one of our most popular student organizations, and it is great networking for you because they do have to get corporate sponsorships, and corporations are there judging. Speaking of corporations, that's ultimately the entire reason you're going to school, is to get a good job when you graduate. So our CWR office, that's our careers office, does a lot to make sure that you are successful. They do interview prep, resume reviews, etiquette dinners, they have a suit closet, but the biggest thing is our career fair. We host one of the largest college career fairs in the nation, with companies coming from all over. We have Boeing, Honeywell, Rolls-Royce. My brother is a current student and got to talk to the FBI. With our average starting salary being over $72,000 upon graduation, our students make good money, and they start doing co-ops and internships the summer of their freshman year, averaging $3,700 a month. So a great way to pay for your school or save for after you graduate. We are still accepting applications for fall 2022, and we are test optional this year. We have not determined if we'll be test optional for next year, but we should know soon. It is always free to apply to S&T, and you can apply on our website or via Common App. And we do have rolling admission. We do also accept AP, IB, CLEP, and dual enrollment credits. So make sure you get that application in if you are a senior. We hope to see you apply soon, but for the juniors, our application will open August 1st. Of course, you're automatically considered for merit scholarships when you apply for admissions. You don't have to do anything else. It's called our Groundbreaker Scholarship, and they range from $7,000 to $15,000 per year. We have our most competitive scholarship called the Distinguished Scholars Award, and this has a deadline of December 1st of your senior year. It does require a minimum 29 ACT or a 1330 SAT, as well as a 3.75 GPA. It does have an essay requirement, and that is due by that December 1 deadline. It is a $30,000 scholarship, like I said, and we do accept super score as well as weighted GPA. We do hope to see you visit campus. That's a great way to see if S&T is a good fit for you, but definitely don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have Syracuse University.
Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining us. My name is Camille Kreitz, and I work for Syracuse University. I'm based in Southern California, and I cover most of California and Hawaii. Syracuse is a mid-sized university in central New York State. We have about 14,000 undergraduate students. But while we're on the larger side of that mid-sized university, our average class size is 26. So we have nice small classes that allow you to get to know your faculty and your fellow students. We are in the city of Syracuse, which is a city, not just a little college town. We have a population of about 700,000, and we have an airport about 20 minutes from campus. So from the West Coast, you can get to Syracuse with one connection. Any of the big East Coast, Midwest, Southern cities, even as far west as Denver, have direct flights into Syracuse. So pretty easy to get in and out of. The campus is a residential campus. It's located about 10 minutes outside of downtown Syracuse, and you are required to live on campus your first 2 years, and then junior and senior year, you have the option to live on or off campus. But most of our students that do live off campus live within walking distance, so it's a really tight-knit community, and when you're on campus, you really can feel, it's a kind of close-knit. Even the staff and faculty live locally, so it's definitely not a commuter school. Now, as far as our academics go, we have over 200 majors and 100 minors divided into 10 different colleges. The colleges that you see here with the red asterisks, those colleges allow you to apply undecided. So you would apply through the Common App directly to one of these colleges, and then you may choose a major or you may choose undecided if it's one of those colleges. What's nice about Syracuse is not only can you apply undecided, but you can change your major, you can pick up a double major or a minor, and you can do that in different colleges. So there's a lot of really interdisciplinary study happening at Syracuse. It's pretty common for students to change their majors or to move around or to pick up those double majors. Some of our majors actually require a double major. We have what we call integrated learning majors. For example, neuroscience and forensic sciences are integrated learning, and they require you to double major. Our Newhouse School of Public Communications, which is a professional communication school, requires you to at least minor outside of Newhouse, if not double major. So a lot of students are studying in different colleges. Now, we are a Tier 1 research institute, so we do encourage students to get involved in research. One of our funds is called The Source. That is there specifically to help fund undergraduate research. We also encourage students to do internships, and a lot of our majors will require internships, but if they're not required, they're definitely encouraged. We really encourage experiential learning. The other way we go through experiential learning is through our study abroad programs. We're a top 10 study abroad program. We have 5 of our own campuses around the world where we have our own staff and faculty that work for Syracuse. And then we partner with local universities in over 60 different countries. So you can study abroad as early as your freshman year, all the way up to your senior year, just depending on what your major is and what you where you want to study. We will help figure out when the best time for you to study is. But any major can study abroad. We really encourage it. It's a big part of our campus. We also have 3 semester internship programs here in the United States. One is in New York City, one is in Washington, D.C., and one is in Los Angeles. Those are specifically for juniors and seniors. And pretty much what you would do is you would be doing an internship during the day and then taking classes at night, depending on your program. Each city is obviously more specific. So if you're looking at pre-law, policy studies, et cetera, you might want to look at our Washington, D.C. program. If you're looking at media and entertainment, Los Angeles and sometimes New York might be your choice. But those are available. A lot of our students will study abroad junior year, and then they'll go do the semester internship program senior year. So there's no rule that says you can't do both. Just quickly, we have students from all 50 states and 170 different countries, so a very diverse campus. We have over 350 student organizations. We do have Division I athletics, but we also have club and intramural sports. We do have Greek life, a lot of community service. We have an honors program. There's a lot happening. And because Syracuse is located in the center of the state, we have a lot of state festivals, and we host the state fair as well. So there's always something happening in the community. Every spring we hold a music fest, 4 or 5 day music fest on campus. And we have a lot of big concerts actually held in our dome right on campus as well. And then just some of the nuts and bolts. We have early decision 1, deadline is November 15th. Our early decision 2 is January 5th, as is our regular decision. So remember, those early decisions are binding. We do a selective, a holistic process when we're reading your application. So we do require 2 academic recommendations and that personal essay. We are test optional for 2022, 2023, and we do offer personal interviews. So I think I am over my time. My timer went off on me, and I will pass it off to our next speaker. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next up, we have University of California, Merced.
Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us. It's a pleasure to be here. My name is Iona Nee, and I am the Assistant Director with the Undergraduate Office of Admissions at the University of California, Merced. I'm also a UC Merced alumna, and I'm regionally based down in Los Angeles, and I service a big chunk of the Southern California region as well as Hawaii. So the University of California, Merced is the newest and 10th edition to the University of California system. We opened up in 2005, and we are located in the heart of California. We're literally located in the center of the state, as you can see here. We are about 2 hours east of the San Francisco Bay Area, 4 hours north from the Los Angeles region. And what's unique about our campus is our location or proximity to Yosemite National Park. We're one of the few, or actually I should say one of the only campuses in the nation that has a partnership with Yosemite. So if you like the idea of being a park ranger or traveling to Yosemite, we have students that live and work there and get paid to be a park ranger. Being that we're the newest addition to the UC system, we are also the smallest campus in terms of our student population. We have a little over 9,000 students total, including our graduate students, and students like that they can attend that UC campus with that smaller atmosphere. They like that our student to faculty ratio is 21:1. They like that they can rub elbows with higher administration, and we also have the highest percentage of first-generation students in the UC system. We are considered a Hispanic serving institution, and we're eligible to be an Anapeasy serving institution. Anapeasy is Asian American, Native American, Pacific Islander. And we also rank the top 100 universities in the nation, and we are top 50 public universities in the nation. So just being a little over 20 years old, it's amazing how much we've grown. We've also expanded physically. During the pandemic, we doubled our campus's size. So we've added the Olympic-sized swimming pool, more dorms, classroom, office space. We're currently in the process of developing our medical education building. And note that at UC Merced, over 60% of our student body resides on campus. We have 3 academic schools: the School of Engineering, the School of Natural Sciences, and the School of Social Sciences, Humanities, and Arts. We have 27 different programs, and none of our majors are impacted, meaning if you're admitted directly towards the majors that you selected on the UC application. And as our campus continues to grow, we've added more programs such as electrical engineering and writing studies. And as you heard from some of my other colleagues, a big part of your college experience is not, as cliche as it sounds, the world is your oyster. You're not just studying at UC Merced. You have opportunities to study in over 40 different programs abroad. I actually was able to finish my degree at UC Merced in less than 4 years, but I was like, I love college, I don't want to leave. So I decided to use the extra semester to study abroad in Rome, Italy, my senior year. And you're not just studying in that respective country, you can also intern or do research abroad. I had the opportunity to intern at Rome's largest farmers market. I got course credit towards my minor, and I got a lot of free food. And note that at the University of California, we stand for 3 pillars: education, public service, and research. Research is a big component of your experience. And know that research is not just limited to students wearing lab coats and goggles. I studied political science. A lot of my research was based on voter behavior and voter turnout. So you'll find that research is interdisciplinary among all majors. And a big part of your experience at UC Merced is not just within the classroom, but also outside the classroom. Over 70% of our students are involved. We have over 200 different clubs and organizations. As our campus continues to grow, you have a big part of developing the identity of and culture of UC Merced. When I joined as a freshman, I saw especially a big part of our campus is sustainability. I was a part of developing the AmeriCorps program at UC Merced. So know that we have everything from faith-based to music, arts, dance, Greek life. Over 80% of our students are involved in Greek life. And say in between classes, you're looking to take some yoga, be part of the recreation, the gym center, but note that your tuition and fees covers our athletics and recreation center on campus, and we have 6 different programs. We just added water polo and track. We're part of NAIA, which is the National Athletic Intercollegiate Association. So it's a league below NCAA. And as I shared earlier, over 60% of our students live on campus. We do not require on-campus housing. However, we can guarantee your first 2 years living on campus as a first-year student and 1 year as a transfer student. So let's talk about the next steps. The University of California, Merced is part of the University of California application. We are our own application in the UC system, and the application opens up August 1st, and you have 2 months to submit the application. So it opens up August 1st, and then the filing period is October through the end of November. It is a hard deadline of November 30th at 11:59 p.m. And note that it's just one application to all 9 undergraduate campuses. Keep in mind, our campus, UC Merced, currently we're the only UC campus open for spring application for first-year freshmen. And note that there is a fee per UC campus. It is $70 and $80 for international students. Keep in mind, though, there is a fee waiver embedded in the UC application where you can get up to 4 campuses covered for free based on your household income. But I'd quickly like to talk more about the cost of attendance. So UC Merced, we're proud to say that we are recognized as the #1 public university for providing need-based aid. So UCM also stands for University Cash Money because we're quite generous with our financial aid. And for our students that do not reside in California, we are the only UC campus that offers WUI, which stands for the Western Undergraduate Exchange. So for our students who are coming from Nevada, you do not need to submit a WUI application to be considered. Just by applying to UC Merced, you will know if you're eligible based on your residency. And we'd love to welcome you on campus. We have tours Monday through Sunday. And with that, you can access our contact information here. We'd love for you to follow us on social media. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to invite all of our presenters to join me back on camera. We have a couple questions for you, hear your advice in the field. So we will go in the order of which you presented. So starting with Denison University, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process?
Yeah, I would say create a list of schools that includes schools. All of the schools should be schools that you're excited about, right? So because you could end up at any of those schools. So be authentic, create a list of schools where all the schools excite you, and make sure to pay attention to deadlines.
University of Alabama.
I would say keep doing what you're doing. You were here this evening. You might have come to this presentation to learn about one specific school, but you learned about 5 other great options. So keep your options open. Keep learning more about some of the different opportunities available to you, and find the right fit for you would be my advice.
Lawrence University.
I'd say, the college search process is supposed to be a search process. You should try some different things, explore some campuses that seem a little bit different, a little outside of your comfort zone. The right college, though, trust your gut. Even if, you're trying something new, something different, you will know if it's the wrong fit for you. We talk a lot about that word fit, so trust that in yourself.
Missouri S&T.
I would say for seniors, there are a lot of schools out there that have rolling admission like ours. So there is still time to apply places if you are a little bit behind. We focus on engineering, but we're not impacted. So don't just assume it's going to be really hard to get into an engineering program.
Syracuse University.
When you are looking at different schools, remember that every school does something a little bit differently. So don't assume just because one school is test optional that another is test optional, or if one school, looks at you automatically for merit scholarships that another school does the same. Always ask the admissions reps and, whoever you're speaking to, what the various rules are about applying, about scholarships, about exams, et cetera, because we're all just a little bit different, just enough to confuse you.
Exactly. University of California, Merced.
I definitely recommend to visit campuses as soon as possible. That was one regret I had, was that I didn't start until my senior year. And if you have ample time, summertime is really the best time, especially if a lot of universities are providing tours. And one other one is, again, that instinct, really do your own research. Don't go based on what your friends' experiences were or your cousin's, neighbor's, friend experience, because everyone has their own personal experiences and wants and needs.
Starting again with Denison University, what's one thing you want students to remember about your school?
Something that I'd love students to remember about our school is that while we are a very traditional liberal arts college, we have a lot of pre-professional majors and opportunities available to students. And so if you want liberal arts, but maybe you want to study business and want some really great opportunities while you're on campus, this could be a great place to go.
University of Alabama.
For us, I would say it's our career center. As I mentioned during my presentation, we're one of the leaders nationally in terms of internship placement. So it's a good place to go if you want some work experience before you graduate from college. Tends to look pretty good on your job application or an application to get into graduate school. So again, our university does a great job preparing students for life post-graduation. So, you know, if that's what you're looking for, we're a good option to consider.
Lawrence University.
I would say a lot of people, when they hear that Lawrence is a small liberal arts college and a conservatory of music, they think, oh, I'm not a musician, so I can't go there. Or I am a musician, but I'm not good enough to go there to the conservatory. Here at Lawrence, music is for everyone. Even though only about a quarter of our students are in the conservatory, you're able to take classes just like all of the conservatory students. You're able to audition for ensembles, join our a cappella groups. Part of our Music for All initiative is making sure that it's equitable and accessible music education for everyone.
Missouri S&T.
I would say for our school, one of the highlights of our school is our design center. We have 19 different design teams. You can be involved immediately as a freshman. You get to choose your team, and any major can be on any team. You can be involved as a freshman, and that's not the opportunity you get everywhere you go. So we're very proud of that and really encourage that hands-on experience for our students.
Syracuse University.
Syracuse really, I think what a lot of people don't realize is that Syracuse really focuses on preparing students for their next step, whether that is a career or whether that's graduate school. One of the things that's really interesting about California or the West Coast is that we have more alumni here than anywhere outside of New York State. So there is a lot of networking going on here on the West Coast, and a lot of opportunities for students for internships and for jobs after school.
University of California, Merced.
So at UC Merced, our tagline, our recent branding is first, further, forward. Being that we are the first American university built in the 21st century, we had this big billion, yes, B as a $1 billion project go into the expansion of the university. So you really have the opportunity to build a culture and identity and to add more of those programs and really be that pioneering spirit of UC Merced. That's really what our student body embodies, that first, further, forward.
And our last question, very briefly, starting with Denison University, what is one myth you'd like to debunk on the college admissions process?
One myth that I'd like to debunk is that there is one school for everyone. There are many schools for everyone. And if you don't end up at the right school your first year, you can always transfer.
University of Alabama.
This is really a myth, but you know, I find sometimes students can be intimidated by us in admissions offices. Definitely don't be. As a friend of ours once said, Sarah, we work in the Office of Admissions, not Rejection. So we're here to be of assistance to you. So don't ever hesitate to reach out. We're here to advocate for you. So again, we're here to help.
Lawrence University.
Those are both great segue to mine. The majority of colleges out there admit the majority of their applicants. Don't let this concept in the media of hyper-selective colleges and universities rule your college search. When the majority of schools out there, you will be able to get into.
Missouri S&T.
And I would just go the next step there, that most colleges are going to have money for you as well. So, you know, if you are struggling to find that, go ahead and call that admissions counselor and ask about it. And they may send you to financial aid, but we are there to help.
Syracuse University.
That's a good segue for what I wanted to say, is that studying out of state is not necessarily going to cost you anymore, especially because those of us that live in California, we know that California is one of the most expensive places to live in the US, and our universities are expensive. So don't be afraid to look at out of state, because you may well be surprised that it won't cost you any more, and sometimes even less.
And University of California, Merced.
I encourage students to think of it as majors don't necessarily set your future. Of course, there are majors that have a particular pathway, but know that there are a lot of majors that open up a lot of different doors. For example, I studied political science, and initially going into college, didn't think college admissions was a role until my internships and my work experience during my college career. So just know that majors don't necessarily set your future. That's a lot of what your experiences are.
I want to thank our wonderful presenters for all of their insight and your information on your institutions. And thank you all for joining us. When you close this window, there will be a link to a very quick 5-question survey. We'd appreciate any feedback you can provide. We encourage you to check back to the schedule and sign up for more sessions. And you'll be able to find this session's recording as well as all of the other session recordings at strivescan.com/WACAC. That's WACAC. Thank you so much and have a great rest of the day.